Hi, I'm Geraint from 49th Parallel. Today I'm going to talk about how to brew a V60 pour over. So this is my preference for pour over, but there are other pour overs out there, and this method is going to be a good basis for any of them. So before we start, we'll talk through everything that we need. Obviously our pour over, as I said, a V60. This one is ceramic. You can also get plastic ones. The ceramic ones, they're nice, they look beautiful. The plastic ones do tend to actually hold a little bit more heat. As well as the V60 pour over, we have a decanter, we have a scale for accuracy. I have hot water, this is just off the boil. I have 20 grams of coffee. So today's recipe is going to be 20 grams of coffee to 330 grams of water, or a 1 to 16.5 brew ratio. The filter that we'll definitely need there, 49th Parallel coffee, and then a mug for serving. So the first thing we're going to do is fold our filter and get that into the V60. You'll see that there's a crimped edge here. You want to fold along that line. Once that's in there, we're going to go ahead and pre-wet this filter. This does a few things. First of all, it takes away some of the nasty paper taste that you do get with paper filters. And secondly, it stands to heat up both your V60 and your serving vessel. While this is preheating, I'm going to take my coffee. Again, this is 20 grams, and I'm going to grind that. So empty your coffee into your V60, making sure that your scale is tared to begin with. You want to make sure that you're using 20 grams of coffee. Again, 20 grams to 330 grams of water, 1 to 16.5 brew ratio. I'm going to shake this to level it slightly. Make sure you've got a nice level bed before you start. I'm going to zero my scale again. I'm going to start my brew. So I'm going to start to pour about 60 grams of water. It's basically enough water to get everything wet. Don't worry if you go over 60 grams. Don't worry if you're a little bit under. Provided everything's wet, you're good. I'm going to take a little spoon and I'm just going to push back and forth a couple of times just to make sure everything is wet underneath there. So at 30 seconds, I'm going to pour the rest of my water. It's up to you how you do this. You can either do a slow continuous pour, or you can do a pour in 2 sections. I'm going to do a slow continuous pour and just pour this right up to 330 grams. The goal here is to try and get up to about 330 grams of water in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then we're just going to allow the drip through to do its job. Okay, so that's 330. I'm a little bit before the 130, but this should be a good brew. Now that all my water is in there, I like to swirl this coffee. You can either do that by swirling the actual V60, or you can just give it a little bit of a twirl here with a spoon, and then we're ready to go. Before we serve this, I like to take it, and as I said, I like to give it a little stir. Again, if you prefer, you can just give it a swirl. Just try and mix all that coffee so you've got a nice even extraction when you're drinking this, and then you're ready to enjoy.